Hi, everyone. Welcome to the comment section on Habs TV. I'm your host, Shivani Prasad, and I'm very excited to have you here today for this episode with Jeffrey Doucette. On the comment section, we debunk, explain, review, and answer questions about comments left by people on your favorite social channels: Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Reddit, TikTok, and more. We answer questions like, is this comment true? Should it be making you question your beliefs? Is it something to consider, or is it a game changer? We talk to experts to get you the answers that you need. Thanks for joining us today on the comment section. So today's topic is the Toronto lockdown and the struggle for small businesses to remain open. Today, we are also talking to a friend of mine, Jeffrey Doucette. Jeffrey is the co-founder and CEO of the Thrive Career Wellness Platform. Thrive provides software to help individuals advance their careers and is located in Toronto, Canada. Jeffrey founded Thrive 5 years ago, and presently the product is used by over 100 companies in 8 different countries. Thrive currently has 20 employees and is growing quickly, helping individuals navigate the changing world of work. One of the reasons why I really wanted to bring Jeff on the platform is because with Thrive, Jeff works with so many different size companies and many different people with totally different skill sets that are applying for work. So he has a really unique perspective on this issue that we're seeing right now with small businesses really struggling in Toronto. Before we get to the discussion with Jeff, I just want to show you really quickly the video that inspired this conversation. This is a reel by Blog.to, and it is of a neighborhood in Roncesvalles in Toronto. And they sort of did an art installation about what the neighborhood could look like if small businesses continue to struggle, which many of them have been during this pandemic. I thought it was really powerful, and I think they did a great job. So here are some of the comments that Jeff and I found about this reel. These comments were right underneath it. This one says, from a Canadian living in New Zealand, trust me, it's worth it. Unfortunately, a more strict lockdown should have been done long ago for Toronto. Instead, it's been dragged out and rules not followed. The next 28 days will be tough and will probably, I think she means many businesses will probably close. Oh, sorry. We'll probably close some businesses, but it'll be worth it for those that can survive. Good luck, TO. There's another two here. This is so sad. Businesses have invested money to make it safe and within the guidelines when the restrictions were lifted, and now they aren't able to reap the rewards of their investment. Hope they can make it through this. It's really sad and unfair. These small businesses are allowing only 2 to 3 people in the shop at a time, following all safety protocols. And the last one says it's about local stores and businesses. While hundreds of people can cram into a Walmart or Costco, does Amazon pay taxes that local businesses do to support our communities? So let's welcome Jeff to the show. Thanks so much for coming, Jeff.
Hey, I'm excited to be here. Should be fun.
Yeah. So let's start talking about this comment about New Zealand. I'm just going to pop it back up underneath us here. There's a lot that this commenter is saying, but I really want to focus on a few parts. So first, as someone who works with many small businesses and many different people seeking employment, do you think that where we are right now in Toronto is a result of bad leadership in Toronto and of a stricter lockdown not being in place originally?
So, yes, there's a lot to unpack there, but I think that, the short answer, I would say, is yes. When we compare, Canada to a lot of other areas in the world, countries that impose much stricter lockdowns, shut down their borders. At the time, I think a lot of people were skeptical about whether that was the right decision, but they have come out, further ahead, and their economy is rebounding faster, and they haven't had to have this prolonged period of uncertainty for a lot of businesses. We actually do business in Australia. We have a partner in Australia, and so we got to observe how they were interacting with the lockdown, and that in May and June, they were in a much stricter lockdown than us. But now they're out of any lockdown. People aren't necessarily even having to wear masks in some areas. And their unemployment rate is a lot lower than Canada's right now. So at the end of the day, their policy decisions did put them in a better position.
Right. And the second part of what she's talking about, she's also saying that it'll be worth it, which I think is a really difficult thing to think about, especially from somebody who I do know a lot of people. I have family, my husband, many people that own small businesses. It's kind of insinuating that these small businesses should be closed during a lockdown and that it'll serve the interest of the businesses that stay open after the pandemic. So I would really love to hear your thoughts on that.
Well, I think that here's the difficult thing, is that, unfortunately, we did not go into as strong of a lockdown, 6 months ago. But now I think we're at a point where we have, we're 7 or 8 months into a lot of businesses having to operate in a position where they're losing money, or they're making a lot less money than they have been. And so I think where a lot of the anger comes from, which I think is well deserved, is that these businesses have been bearing the brunt of COVID for 6 to 7 months, and are now being asked to do more. And so, I think that's the challenge, is that bad policy decisions, a lack of contact tracing, a lack of control in the first wave of the virus is asking, now government is asking businesses to again bear the brunt of their inaction, really.
Right. Now let's take a look at this second group of comments here. The first one, this is so sad. Businesses have invested money to make it safe, et cetera. Just talking about what you just said, they're now having to go through this again. And then again, saying that they are allowing only 2 to 3 people in their businesses. It's a really small amount. They're following the safety protocols. So this can get into many different conversations, but the first one, this one's really talking about how many small businesses have invested in PPE and other equipment in order to stay safe during the pandemic and to stay open. And now they're not allowed to stay open at all. Meanwhile, larger companies that are able to sell some of the same products, foods, goods, places like Walmart are still open and selling electronics, or somewhere like Costco that also sells clothing. So I'm really curious, Jeff, what have you been hearing from business owners about this?
Well, I think the key point to highlight.
Oh, sorry. Is your mic off, Jeff? I can't hear you.
No. Can you not hear me?
Oh, why can't I hear you?
I haven't changed anything.
Let me check your sound. Sorry.
I didn't change anything from the first.
In the comments if you can hear Jeff.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, that's really weird because I can't hear you.
I didn't change anything.
I wonder what just happened there. I don't know why I can't hear you, Jeff. Let me see if did I change anything on my end? Yeah, everyone can hear you guys. Why can't I hear you? That's so weird. I'm going to click you out and see if I can click you back in.
All right.
Can you test, Jeff, see if I can hear you?
Yeah, test.
That's so weird. I don't know why I can't hear you. I'm wondering if I don't know if I should end and start again, or that's very weird.
Based on the comments, it sounds like they can hear me.
Yeah, they can hear us both. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should. Maybe I can try to open it up on my phone so I can hear you on my phone. And then at least I'm hearing you from somewhere. Or let me see in my settings if I can change something. There's nothing really in my settings about that. That's so weird. Okay.
This is something, I guess, as a software entrepreneur, I'm dealing with all the time with people do meetings.
I really don't know why I can't hear you. This has actually never happened before. Sorry, guys. Sorry to anyone watching. I don't know why I can't hear it. I wonder if I should exit the broadcast and come back in. I don't know. I don't know if I exit, if it closes the whole thing though, because I'm the host. Let's see. I'm not sure. I wonder. Also don't think any of my producers are here. I guess I could end it and start again.
Yeah, I would do that.
It's just I'm wondering if it's gonna take away everything that we have added, all the assets that we added. I'll just do that, Jeff. I'm gonna end it and start it again. Sorry.
Cool.
Sorry, guys.